To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrow of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against a sea of troubles, send by opposing them, and to end them. For that in sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off, that this mortal coil must give us pause. There's a respect that makes calamity of so long life to bear the whips and scorns of time. No traveler returns, it puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear ills than we have to fly to others that we know not of. With this regard their current turn awry and lose the name of action. Stopped you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph thy name, for all my sins remembered. He poisoned him in the garden for the state. His name Gonzago, the story is exempt, and rich, choice Italian. You shall see, Anon, how the murderer gets the love on Gonzago's wife.
Give me some light, away!
Why let the stricken deer go weep, the heart untangled play, for some must watch while some must sleep. So runs the world away. Would not this, sir, and a forest of feathers, if the rest of my fortunes turn Turk with me, with 2 provincial roses on my raised shoes, get me a fellowship in a cry of players?
Half a share?
A whole one. For thou dost know, O Damon dear, this realm dismantled of love himself, and now he reigns a very, very Pajok.
You might have rhymed.
Oh, good Horatio, I'll take the ghost's word for 1,000 pound. Did you perceive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon a talking of poisoning?
I did very well note him.
Come some music, come the recorders, for if the king not like the comedy, why then be like he likes not Purdy? Come, some music.
Oh, my offensive rank, it smells to heaven, and hath the primal eldest cure upon it, a brother's murder. Pray I cannot, thou inclination be as sharp as will, my stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. And like a man to double in business bound, I stand and pause where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it as white as snow? Whereto serves mercy but to confront the visage of offense? And what is in prayer but this to twofold force, to be forestalled ere we come to fall, our pardon being downed? That I look up, my fault is past, but oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me, my foul murder. That cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain thy offense, and the corrupted currents of this world offense gilded my hand, may shove by justice, and oft this scene of wicked prize itself buys out the law, but is not so above there is no shuffling. There the action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves compelled, even to the teeth of forehand of our faults, to give an evidence. What then? What rests? Try what represents can. What can it not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? O wretched state! O bosom black as death! O limed soul that's struggling to be free! Art more engaged? Help, angels! Make a say, bow stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel, be as soft as swings of the newborn babe. All may be well.
Now might I do it, now he is a-praying, and now I do it, and so he goes to heaven, and so I am revenged. That will be scanned. A villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven? Oh, this is higher in salary, not revenge. He took my father grossly, full of bread, with all his crimes abroad blown, as flush as May. And how his audit stands, who knows save heaven? But in our circumstance and course of thought, 'tis heavy with him, and I am then revenged. To take him in purging of his soul when he is fit and seasoned for his passage? No, up sword, and know thou a more horrend hint, when he is drunk asleep or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, at game a swearing, or about some act that is no relish of salvation in it, then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and that his soul may be damned as black as hell, where it goes. My mother stays this physic, but prolongs thy sickly days.
He will come straight. Look, you lay home to tell him his pranks have brought to bear with. Let she and him all silence me, even here. Pray you be blunt with him.
Mother! Mother!
I'll warn you now. Fear me not, withdraw, I hear him coming.
Now, Mother, what's the matter?
Thou hast thy father much offended.
You have my father much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue?
What's the matter now?
Have you forgot me?
No, by the root not so. You're the queen, your brother's husband's wife. And if it were not so, my mother.
Nay then, I set those who that can speak.
Come, and sit you now. You shall not budge. You do not go until I set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Help, help, ho!
What? Oh, help, help, help!
How now, rat? Dead for as you cat dead.
Oh, I am slain.
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed this is.
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?